Fashion isn't always about glamour or trends. For some designers, it's a way to question reality, confront the strange, and push us to see the world differently. In this video, we'll discuss Takahashi's rebellious youth in Tokyo to an internationally acclaimed designer with a devoted following. Let's dive deep into the mind of Jun Takahashi, a pioneer in redefining what fashion can be. Jun Takahashi's journey into the fashion world started far from the glamorous runways of Paris or New York. Born in Kyoto, Gunma Prefecture, Japan in 1969, Takahashi was drawn to art and creative pursuits from a young age. He grew up during an era where Japanese culture was blossoming in unique ways, merging Western influences with traditional Japanese aesthetics. As a teenager, he became captivated by the raw, unfiltered energy of punk music, particularly bands like the Sex Pistols and The Clash. And guys, if you haven't seen my video on Vivienne Westwood yet, she's often credited as the creator of the punk image, particularly through her work with the Sex Pistols. So I thought the idea of a legendary designer was influencing another one in the making was really cool. Anyway, that anarchic spirit deeply resonated with him. This wasn't just a phase for Takahashi either. It was a lifelong fascination that will come to define his design ethos. Takahashi's interest in art led him to the prestigious Bunka Fashion College in Tokyo, known for producing visionary designers. At Bunka, he began experimenting with unconventional materials, challenging traditional fashion norms, and forming friendships with other creatives who would go on to shape Japan's fashion scene. It was during these years that he started crafting what would eventually become Undercover. In 1990, while still a student, he collaborated with friend and future design icon Nigo to start a small clothing line, marking the beginnings of an influential career. What made Takahashi stand out from his peers was his intense curiosity and desire to question societal norms. His early years laid the groundwork for a design philosophy that would redefine Japanese fashion and inspire countless designers. This curiosity wasn't just about style, it was a way to challenge what fashion could represent. By 1993, he formally launched Undercover, a brand that would soon become synonymous with avant-garde streetwear and a cult-like devotion to detail. When Takahashi launched Undercover, he did so with a mission: to create clothing that wasn't just visually striking, but also intellectually engaging. Undercover was born in Harajuku, Tokyo's epicenter of youth culture and creative expression. The brand started with a distinctly underground feel, inspired by Takahashi's love for punk and his fascination with blending high and low aesthetics. Undercover wasn't just about following trends, it was about making bold statements, often challenging societal norms and pushing the boundaries of traditional fashion. Undercover quickly earned a reputation for its blend of punk, goth, and street influences, often infused with dark cinematic themes. Takahashi's designs were daring and unorthodox, featuring torn fabrics, aggressive textures, and unexpected silhouettes. This aesthetic wasn't about creating luxury or elegance, it was about expressing a vision, however chaotic or unsettling. His infamous slogan, "We make noise, not clothes," reflected his desires to go beyond traditional design, using clothing as a vehicle for artistic commentary. By the late 90s, Undercover pieces had become collector's items among Japan's style-conscious youth, and Takahashi's vision was starting to make waves internationally. While Undercover had gained cult status in Japan, it was Jun Takahashi's debut in Paris that pushed him onto the international stage. In 2002, he was invited to showcase Undercover at Paris Fashion Week, an opportunity that signaled global recognition. At the time, Paris was dominated by established luxury houses, and Takahashi's raw, rebellious style stood in stark contrast to the polished sophistication of European fashion. His debut was a revelation. The international press immediately took notice, describing his work as poetic yet disturbing, and heralding him as one of the most exciting new voices in fashion. One of Takahashi's breakout moments came with his 2003 Fall-Winter Scab collection. This line shocked and captivated the Parisian audience with its visceral designs featuring patchwork stitching, exposed seams, and fabrics that appeared raw and torn. The collection played with the idea of wounds on garments, using visible stitching to create the illusion of scarring. This imagery, coupled with his unparalleled attention to detail, was a bold statement on the imperfections of beauty and the vulnerabilities of human nature. This was fashion as performance art, and it left an impactful impression on the global fashion world. The success of his Paris show solidified his reputation as a force in avant-garde fashion. His collections continued to push boundaries, blending surrealism, romanticism, and darker themes that gave audiences a glimpse into his complex psyche. By daring to confront difficult themes in his work, Takahashi brought a fresh perspective to the industry, one that was both unsettling and irresistibly magnetic. Takahashi's impact extends far beyond Undercover through collaborations with powerhouse brands like Nike and Uniqlo, which have allowed him to introduce his aesthetic to broader audiences. His partnership with Nike, beginning with the Gakusko line in 2010, brought his vision to the world of athletic wear. Gakusko was inspired by Takahashi's love for running, incorporating innovative performance fabrics and ergonomic designs. Each Gakusko collection pushes the boundaries of sportswear, combining Nike's technical expertise with avant-garde style, resulting in pieces that are as functional as they are fashion-forward. His collaboration with Uniqlo also deserves mention, as it marked entry into accessible fashion. Known for his high-concept designs, Takahashi adapted his aesthetic for Uniqlo to appeal to a broader demographic. His work with Uniqlo focused on creating versatile, everyday pieces that retained a hint at Undercover's edgy spirit. This collaboration showcased Takahashi's versatility as a designer, proving that his creativity could extend beyond high fashion into the mass market while maintaining his distinct vision. In 2018, his reputation as an icon of avant-garde streetwear reached a new level with his unexpected collaboration with the Italian luxury house Valentino. This partnership came as a surprise to many in the fashion world, as Valentino's sophisticated, romantic aesthetic seemed worlds apart from dark, punk-influenced designs. But that juxtaposition is precisely what made the collaboration so groundbreaking. It was a fusion of seemingly opposing forces, merging Valentino's elegance with Takahashi's edgy, experimental approach to create something wholly original. The Valentino Times Undercover collection debuted at Paris Fashion Week and instantly captivated the audience with its innovative blend of luxury and streetwear. Takahashi drew inspiration from classical art and sci-fi, incorporating motifs like skulls, UFOs, and roses into pieces that were both haunting and beautiful. The collection was a surrealist take on modern luxury, pairing finely tailored coats and dresses with graphic prints and symbols from Takahashi's Undercover universe. This collaboration wasn't just about blending two brands, it was a statement on the evolution of fashion itself, showing how high fashion and streetwear could coexist in a single unified vision. Jun Takahashi's vision has been like a shockwave through the fashion world. His legacy is one of courage, innovation, and artistry. He's shown us that the most powerful designs come from a place of authenticity, and that true creativity doesn't conform, but instead challenges, disrupts, and inspires. So whether you're a fan of his punk influences or his surrealist masterpieces, one thing is clear. Jun Takahashi is a designer who has redefined what it means to be undercover, and his influence will continue to shape the future of the industry, and that is what makes him an iconic figure in fashion.